Hello class 7. We are now in chapter 1 unit 1 components of computer system. In our last class we started parts of hardware. There are different parts of the hardware. We discussed about the CPU, which is the main component of a computer system that is integrated with a microprocessor and the memory unit. Then we discussed about the parts of the CPU. There are mainly three parts: arithmetic logic unit, control unit and memory unit. Okay, what is the arithmetic and logic unit? The computer performs all arithmetical and logical operations through ALU. Arithmetical operation means addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and logical operation means all types of comparison. Then we discuss about what is the control unit. The control unit controls each and every part of the computer system along with the peripheral. Okay, then we discuss about the memory unit. It provides a space for storing data. Then there are three functions of the CPU. It stores data and instructions in memory which can be accessed for processing. Second, it processes data is processed in CPU and it gives a meaningful result. Third, CPU controls each and every operation of the computer, including the operations of all its peripherals, means input and output units. Okay, now today we are going to start computer memory. What is computer memory? Memory is the basic unit of a computer where it can store data and instructions. And you know what, in the memory, a byte is the smallest unit of storage which represents a character in a computer. What is a byte? A byte is the smallest unit of storage which represents a character in a computer. And a bit means a binary digits, that is 0 or 1. And a nibble is group of 4 bits. So 1 byte already have studied in class 6 also. 1 byte equal to 8 bits. Then comes 1 kilobyte. 1 kilobyte equal to 1024 bytes. Then comes MB, 1 megabyte equal to 1024 kilobytes. Then comes GB, 1 GB equal to 1024 megabyte. Then we have terabyte, 1 terabyte, 1 TB equal to 1024 gigabytes, GB. Then we have petabyte, exabyte and zettabyte. So memory is the basic unit of a computer where it can store data and instructions. Okay, so based on the above mentioned functions, storage units are classified as primary memory and secondary memory. The primary memories are two types: random access memory or RAM, read-only memory ROM. These are the two types of primary memory. Secondary memory examples are optical disk, hard disk, flash drive, that is called pen drive. Okay, so first comes the primary memory. What is primary memory? Primary memory is the main memory which is the basic unit of all computers. Primary memory is the main memory and it is the basic unit of all computers. It has a faster access time and a smaller storage capacity. It has a faster access time and storage capacity compared to secondary memory. It has got a smaller storage capacity. This computer memory is accessed directly by the CPU. See, the primary memory is directly accessed by the CPU. It includes several types of memory such as processor, cache and system ROM. Primary memory generally refers to RAM, that is called random access memory. So primary memories, mainly there are two types: random access memory and read-only memory. Now first comes RAM, random access memory. RAM, random access memory, is the place in a computer where the operating system, application programs and data in current use are stored. Once again, RAM is the place in a computer where the operating system, application programs and data in current use are stored. These programs can be quickly reached by the computer's processor. Okay, these programs computer processor can reach to these programs quickly. If you compare, RAM is smaller than the hard disk. Capacity of RAM is smaller than the hard disk, both in physical in size and amount of data it can store. Size also is smaller than hard disk, and storage capacity also. The storage capacity of RAM can be increased to some extent. RAM is much faster. RAM is much faster in reading the existing data and writing on. To read the data from the RAM and storing also, reading the existing data and writing on is very fast. If you compare it with the other storage devices like hard disk, floppy disk and CD-ROM. But there is one thing, the data in RAM stays till the power supply to the computer is on. Till the power supply is on, the data remains there in the RAM. When you turn off the computer, the data or information stored in RAM is lost. So remember this thing. That's why RAM is called volatile memory. Because of this, only RAM is called volatile memory. Why volatile memory? Because data remains in the RAM till the power supply to the computer is on. Whenever you turn off the computer, data information stored in RAM is lost. When you turn your computer again, the operating system and the other files are loaded into RAM. So the system gets ready for the user. And now why RAM is called random access memory? Because the data can be accessed directly from any storage location. RAM is called random access memory. Why? Because the data can be accessed directly from any storage location. The second one is ROM, read-only memory. Read-only memory, ROM, is the memory on which previously stored data can be read but cannot be written on it. See, we can read the data from the ROM, but we cannot write on it. Remember it. Okay. The programs stored are not erased when the system is switched off. Not like RAM. In the RAM, what happens? Programs are erased whenever the system is switched off, computer is switched off. But in this, the program stored are not erased when the system is switched off. That's why it is called non-volatile memory. It is called non-volatile memory. It mainly contains BIOS. It contains the what? BIOS. BIOS, basic input output system. BIOS. What is the full form? Basic input output system. Bootstrap loader. CMOS. Full form of CMOS. Complementary metal oxide semiconductor setup. And post power on self-test. This type of memory like RAM, lets you store the data needed to start the computer. What type of data are stored here, which helps to start the computer. This information cannot be stored on the hard disk since the disk parameters are a part of the data essential for the booting. Booting means starting the computer and loading the operating system into it. What is booting? Starting the computer and loading the operating system is known as booting. So mainly there are two differences between RAM and ROM. First difference, data or instructions can randomly be read as well as written into it. Randomly you can read the data and as well as write on it in the case of RAM. ROM, the stored information can only be read, but new information cannot be written on it. Remember it? This is first difference. The data instructions can be randomly be read and as well as written onto it. That is in the case of RAM. And the ROM, the stored informations can only be read, but new information cannot be written onto it. Remember it. Second, any information stored in RAM is lost when the power supply is switched off. In the ROM, the information in ROM remains intact. Intact means we don't lose it even if the power supply is switched off. The next is, what is the secondary memory or secondary storage devices? What is secondary memory or secondary storage devices? Okay. The secondary memory or secondary storage devices are the units where data or information can be stored for future use. In this, what happens? The data or information can be stored for future use. The different the secondary storage has a higher storage capacity as compared to the main memory. If you compare to the main memory, RAM, ROM, it has got higher storage capacity. There are different types of storage devices like hard disk we use nowadays, magnetic tape nowadays not in use, floppy disk it is not in use, magnetic drum this also is not in use, optical disk CD this also slowly it is not in being used nowadays, and pen drive we are using. So these are the different types of secondary storage devices. Now, what are the differences between the primary memory and the secondary memory? Primary memory is the main memory of a computer. Remember it, primary memory is the main memory of a computer. And secondary memory is the auxiliary memory from where stored data can be retrieved. It is helping memory from where we can store the data back. And in the primary memory, instructions get erased as soon as the computer is switched off. And in the secondary memory, data or instructions are stored for future use even when the computer has been switched off. So what we discussed two types of differences for primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory is the main memory of a computer and it is the helping auxiliary memory from where stored data can be retrieved. Second difference, data and instructions get erased as soon as the computer is switched off. On the other side, data or instructions are stored for future use. Okay, so today this much only. Please learn all the topics. Thank you.